Hi, I'm Holly Sutherland and I'm an autistic PhD student at the University of Edinburgh studying social communication in autism. This presentation is about some data analysis I did as part of my doctoral research, looking at how successful autistic and non-autistic observers are at guessing whether people in videos and photographs are autistic. Half the observers, or raters, that we recruited for this study were autistic and half were non-autistic. We showed these raters videos and pictures of two people having a conversation. In a third of these stimuli, both people were non-autistic. In another third, one person was autistic and the other was non-autistic. And for the final third, both people were autistic. And because of the limited number of participants and stimuli in this study, it's important to note that our results are descriptive only. First, we looked at raters' performance with the video stimuli. Autistic and non-autistic raters seem to perform very differently. For non-autistic pairs, non-autistic raters perform best. Autistic raters often incorrectly guessed that both people were autistic. But for mixed pairs, autistic raters perform best, far better than non-autistic raters. By looking at just the data from the mixed pairs, we can see that this difference was mostly driven by non-autistic raters assuming the autistic person wasn't autistic. And finally, whilst all raters performed worse with autistic pairs, autistic raters also outperformed non-autistic raters here. Whilst autistic raters performed at chance, non-autistic raters performed well below chance, often guessing that both people were non-autistic. Secondly, we looked at raters' performance with the photo stimuli. Overall, all raters were more likely to guess that people were non-autistic than in the video condition, as we can see by the slightly improved performance for non-autistic pairs, and much worse performance for autistic pairs. Additionally, a lot of the differences in performance between autistic and non-autistic raters were flattened. Autistic raters are still slightly worse with non-autistic pairs and slightly better with autistic pairs, but the differences are a lot smaller. If we take those small differences though, along with a zoom in on the mixed pairs, there does still seem to be evidence of what we saw in the video study. Autistic raters are likely to incorrectly guess non-autistic people as autistic, and non-autistic raters are likely to incorrectly guess autistic people as non-autistic. So, in summary, both autistic and non-autistic observers can often guess whether someone is autistic from photos or videos of them interacting. And it seems to be a lot harder to tell that someone is autistic when they're interacting with other autistic people. Additionally, autistic and non-autistic observers display different patterns of guessing, especially with video stimuli. This may suggest that autistic and non-autistic observers are using different cues when guessing whether someone is autistic. And that's it. Thank you for listening, and thank you to my funders, my collaborators, and the study participants.